My name is Susan Jasko. My occupation is a research scientist is my title. And so at CONSERVE, I'm looking to participate in various research projects. So I hunted down Mike Fedorov one day and sent an email asking him if we could talk, because I noticed that his background was in anthropology when I looked him up after he got hired. And my background is in human communication. And so, and I took courses in anthropology in graduate school, and it's a social science like communication. And so we sat down, we had lunch, I think we talked for over 2 hours, and then we had another conversation, and he invited me to join CONSERVE, and I've been very excited about that. Well, I think this group is an amazing collection of eclectic, very passionate, but in a variety of experts, right? And those experts coming together to address what are complex and important problems in the world, that is one of the most exciting things that can happen at a university. Well, I think I fit most naturally in the water social science end, and I come to water through a weather window. So I've, since about 2011, I have worked with NOAA and the National Weather Service in regard to their weather messaging, as well as their engagement with various communities around them. And so that kind of community engagement, right, I see as a natural fit into what CONSERVE's focus is and how it's planning to operate. And I'll point out that the Latin roots for community and communication are the same. I think finally the world has come to the academic world has come to an understanding about the fact that for the work that we do as academics to be meaningful, it must be engaged at the community level, and that we are members of that very community and we should be fully engaged with them. The kinds of problems that we're facing with climate change, divided politics in this nation, global traumas. These are problems that some people have called wicked problems, which has become now a kind of technical term for very, very complex social problems. And those problems cannot be solved by any one discipline coming to the scene and fixing something, right? So instead, what we're trying to do is to bring together multiple perspectives, figure out how to coordinate and make those perspectives work well together, and then apply all of that to helping to address some of the worst problems facing humans on the planet. Well, I think we're already started in that process. The first project that I am going to be engaged in, we recently just got funding notice for this. And so it's dealing with river cane restoration, and it's going to be involving a number of indigenous communities around the use of river cane and on this restoration project, right? So working across those communities is going to have a larger impact in a number of ways, including not just restoring that river cane, right, but reconnecting people in a common purpose. And I think that that's some of the most important work we can do in a nation that's divided. I think that there's a lot of interweaving of each of those particular emphases, right, into a picture that tells us that what we already know in one way, which is that water is life, particularly for humans, but it turns out, as we do interplanetary research, water is life, and we need to take care of the water. But more than that, right, what we need to do is to understand water and its role, right, in not just human survival, right, but human civilization and culture. And that those things are interwoven in a way that they can't just be broken apart and treated separately. We need to keep those things combined, and we need to honor that, right? So taking care of sort of rediscovering, for those of us who weren't raised in indigenous cultures, the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding that arises and has been kept by those communities, but kept a bit separately by practices, right? Recombining those things is also part of the let's bring all the perspectives to the table, please, because these problems are critical and they're very hard to solve. That the group can grow in terms of its networking and its interconnections. I hope that we can become really embedded in the communities that we will be working in and working with and working for, and that sends a kind of message to our colleagues and to other communities, makes us the place to be and the way to be in the world, combining both the research, the academic, the applied, and the cultural. I am CONSERVE.